Hold up. Let me turn off. See, I hate looking at the phone sometimes, bro. It is 100% obvious that none of y'all paid attention to anything in science class. Now, science is a system of trial and error. You understand? They was like, okay, we're gonna try this and see if it works. That's what science is. All right. So when they find out something works, they told you in science class and they told you how they got it to work. All right. What you vagabonds I don't know what to call you. Like, I don't know what to say. There's people taking pictures of like space in between the ice and the ground, right? Calling it the did they find a passageway to Arctica? All right, let me tell you about ice. All right, so whenever you had like an ice tray in the freezer and you ever took it out halfway, you realize that it didn't freeze all the way, just the top surface of the ice frozen. That's what happened. Like it's you just sit up there and you just really be confused as to how people be coming up with the weirdest BS they come up. Like there's a lot of people talking about they woke. You woke? All right. If you say the earth is flat and you say you woke at the same time, you are still in La La Land. Mm-hmm. You are still dreaming off to see the damn wizard because you cannot tell me that everything else in space is round but Earth. That's like white people saying everybody else is human but black people. Like, I just don't understand how things work. That's like saying only white people are smart. Like, y'all just dumb for that. Like, you just don't understand how things work. Anything with a brain has potential to think. End of discussion. Not just humans, animals too. It's just that animals are more in touch with nature and humans are moving outside of nature, which is the real matrix. Y'all create the simulation. Instead of moving into mountains, y'all move into apartment buildings made out of brick. Like, I'm going to just explain this fundamentally. Oh, yeah, and sheetrock. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, let me explain to you people something about why the earth has to be round. It has to be round because it makes sense. Like if you really went to school and you really paid attention, you understood what was going on. You knew that you knew what it you you, you knew what it was like you understood it's like gravitational forces pull from every angle, which is also how you know that there's no such thing as a black hole. And like a singularity, no. Whoever created the singularity is the single most dumbest person in the universe. And 9 out of 10, everything that that person was talking about came from somebody else who knew what they was talking about. But they stole it just like they steal everything else and pretend they know what they're doing. Like, this is how you know these bums or whatever you want to call them don't know what they're talking about or doing. Well, if they had technology in the past, they didn't have no cell phones. You don't see no remnants of any factories ever that will like mass produce the things that human Caucasian human people do today. Like the waste produce due to mass production is the true culprit of why we are dying. We're dying because people cannot stop trying to be rich. That's why we're dying. They're killing us. And them bombs and them atom bombs and nuclear bombs, they're for us. They're not for armies and stuff. Like when they be blowing hospitals and stuff up, you be sitting up there like, why did they blow up the hospital? Because there are people hiding in the hospital and using the people in the hospital as a fucking shield. That's why. Yeah, I cursed. I don't care because that's fucked up. Like, hey man, let's hide our secret base under a hospital. That way, if they blow it up, we can say that they're monsters. No, the monster is the one that hid in the hospital in the first place, using live individuals as shields. That's the worst thing you could do. Like, this is our only defense. That's your only stupid. That's not your only defense. Just stop using currency. That's it. I'm sorry. Like the BRICS, right? They saying they're gonna back gold up. I mean, not back gold up. They're gonna back money up, the BRICS, with gold. Let me explain something to you about gold. This right here, right? I could have a house full of this, a house full of gold. I'ma still starve to death, and I will still die of dehydration. I'm not understanding what y'all not understanding. Gold is just gold. It's just harder to get because people are keeping it like it's precious. It's nothing precious about gold. It's just gold. It don't make you live longer. It don't help you to fly. You don't need it to insulate your house to keep you warm. It doesn't keep you cooler. It's just shiny. That's it. The shiny stuff. They're treating you like morons. Right in front of your face. And nobody cares. And I've been through this. I just couldn't understand why I had to be a part of this. And I was trying to figure out when it was going to stop. And it's not going to stop. It's getting worse. So I'm like, wow. It's like you just have to give up on people. Like they told my son, oh, the end is near. It should have been here. Like I'm trying to figure out why it hasn't come already. Like they've been doing some very good strategic calculations. You know what I mean? They've been strategically calculating how not to let the world end so abruptly because they fuck some shit up out here. Gold has no value. It's just gold. Silver has no value. It's just silver. Copper actually has value. The one mineral that people are saying is worth the least is actually worth the most because you can really use copper to do stuff. You can use copper to your advantage. You need something to help with the electrical currents. Can't use gold. Can't use silver like that. But you damn sure could use copper. You can use quartz too. But diamonds are worth money. That's what I'm not understanding. I think they used all the fake money to like dominate all the real things that we need in life, which is food and water. Why do you think, Bill Gates went around buying up all of that, all them farms and stuff? He seen one of my videos. Some one of them Jews or somebody, it was like, hey man, Khalif know what he's talking about. Why are people even worried about gold and silver? Like, it doesn't matter. Your house doesn't matter. The Lamborghini doesn't matter. None of that BS matters because you can't eat it. It's not going to help you live longer or nothing. It just looks good. That's it. They're brainwashing you visually by telling you these things make you a better person, and it doesn't. In no way, shape, or form it does. The only rich people alive should be farmers. Because they should have everybody's attention. You hungry? See Betsy over there. You want a piece of Betsy, don't you? and built me a house. You understand what I'm telling you? I'm telling you, that's the only thing that makes sense. Society, right, was originally built by a certain culture I'm not going to name because people are just going to feel some type of way. It's just the Caucasians didn't do it. Like it was currency, the original currency, but they were using as currency was not used as currency the way they use it today. It was used just to let just as something that only certain people used. It was like language. Instead of using language to like define who certain people were, people found gold. It was like, look, this gold represents this country. If you have gold and you have this and you have that, that means you are from here. Mm-hmm. That's what it originally was for. It wasn't for none of the BS that they're doing and stuff like that. And then being that it's luster to make everything look good, they did what they had to do to get this gold to to make their things look good because they love the color. Just has this way to hypnotize people. Diamonds and gold and other jewels have a way of hypnotizing people with its luster, its reflection of light. That's what it's doing. It's not used for nothing else. Because I don't know how the hell people are talking about, oh, bricks, it's gonna be the new currency. We're in trouble. And I'm just sitting over there looking like, no, it's not. like, like, like you can't eat gold. You can't drink gold. You can't use gold to make your plants grow bigger, make your fruit tastier, your chicken tastier, your steak. It does nothing but sit there and be gold. I'm telling you, you could fill your whole entire house up full of gold, and in 10 years, you will be a pile of freaking bones or dust. Like, I'm not understanding where these people get their logic from. But you can fill your house up with food and water. You're gonna be good for a while, at least until you run out of food and water. Like, instead of having a constant flow of gold, all you really need is a constant flow of food and water. And you're good. Everything else you can figure out for yourself. Like, you can build a house out of clay. You can build it out of wood. You can build it out of rocks. Doesn't matter. You don't need gold, diamonds, or silver, or jewels. You don't need none of that because you can't eat it. You understand? It doesn't make anything. And listen, as far as the space exploitations that y'all trying to go on, let me explain that to you. Where are you going? You can't go nowhere. You're earthlings. You're a part of the body, which is earth. If your blood leaves your body, it dies. You understand? That your outer skin is like the outer atmosphere of earth. The outer skin protects all of the stuff that's inside. You understand? Once everything that's inside that was born inside, that was made for the inside, gets out, it dies. Y'all know that because y'all have to wear special suits if you do go into outer space to live in outer space. And then you can't live that long in outer space because your body did not adapt to that type of environment. You can't just go from Earth to space. So that's how you know aliens don't exist, because there ain't no way in hell aliens could have just said, hey man, we're gonna get on that spaceship over there and we're just gonna go to Earth and we're gonna make it all the way to Earth and then crash. Now, as far as those like designs that sand and water make and all that other stuff with as far as frequency is concerned, Just like there's magnetic waves that they show you exist, and you can feel it exist when you play with magnets and stuff like that. Sound has waves too. Sound has waves and patterns because it has pitches and it reacts differently in certain environments. So people like, oh, look at what the sound is doing to the sand. Yes, that's called the sound waves. That's the sound waves it's going. Why doesn't it go up and down? Because it can't possibly be just going up and down. Sound waves don't move like up and down like a snake pattern like they say it do. It kind of represents how the planet became a planet. It came from a source and it spread it out. It spread it out equally, like gravitational forces equally go to the center. Those gravitational forces can be looked at as sound waves equally spreading out in a different pattern according to the sound or the pitch or the when y'all gonna get out my face with the BS. Like it's just like I don't know what y'all people been doing with your life. I'm so glad I paid attention in class. I'm so glad I'm smart. Why are y'all so dumb though? Cause I can't even possibly like the all the old maps were made by people who didn't know that the world wasn't flat. They said they failed to realize like how you gonna explain around world, like around planet. Who in the past had the capabilities, like the power to go all the way up in the sky and look down on Earth and say it's round? Like who did that? Who? What type of equipment did they have to map out Antarctica back then? You know how long it would have took to map out Antarctica on foot? What boat did they have? What boat did they use? Everybody talking about what camera did they use to photograph Armstrong touching down? I was always wondering that too as a child. I was like, did they put the camera down first, right? Go back in the ship and then recorded them getting off the ship, which would have made sense because you didn't see the spaceship land. You didn't see the spaceship land on the moon. You didn't. You didn't see it at all. You gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. Like, why is all this BS going on right now? First off, they don't know whether they know once they found out that they couldn't leave Earth, they realized that they had to go back to the old way of ruling the world, which is with stupidity. Because they're not smart enough, and they know we can never be smart enough to leave Earth. They realize that. So now they're like, dang, we need to still maintain control over the masses. Let's give them chaos and confusion. That's what we've been ruling the world with since day one. It's always somebody saying we have to go war with them, and somebody else saying, yeah, we gotta go to war with them. When everybody should just be like, why are we going to war? Like, what's the real reason why we're going to war? We're like, oh, they want to be Jews and we want to be Muslims. Okay, just let them be Jews. And let's just be Muslims. You know what I mean? Why can't we teach people to be okay with other people being what they want to be? As long as it's not an abomination. No disrespect to the LGBTQ community, but that's just not how life works. Just, no disrespect whatsoever. I'm not trying to play y'all any way, shape, or form, but that's just not how life works. Life doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It's dominant conception, not immaculate. It's like you want to, like, just like the lionesses want to produce offspring with the strongest lions. They do it so it raises the survivability ratio. You understand? Like, yeah. This lion's cubs has a higher survival rate, like a higher chance of survival than other cubs. Which is why I kind of understand why black females can be intimidated by the offset of Caucasians claiming to be um supreme through supremacy. But let me explain what supremacy is. It's an ideology. It's a social concept. You can choose whether to accept it or not. It's just a simple concept. Because there's nothing supreme about any Caucasian on earth other than the fact that they have proven to be the most destructive. You don't see black people going down in history as the people who came up with biological warfare or nuclear warfare or poisoning food or water. Like, you don't see us doing stuff like that, man. We not going to come up with ideas like guns. It's survival of the fittest for us, not survival of the sneakiest. When you see that 13th sign, that means Caucasian to me, because it's like these people move like the snake because they don't want to fight fair. Because that Hiroshima bomb, that wasn't fair. They didn't blow up armies, they blew up people. They were killing people. Like, they always killing people. Like, they kill people in concerts. They kill people and all this other stuff. And they get mad at black people for the littlest things, but they put black people through a lot of stuff. You should be happy that we have more self-control. Because technically, according to the history that they're trying to whitewash right now, we should have been trying to murder everything non-black a long time ago. I'm just being 100% honest with you. People just like, why they keep teaching us to be peaceful and be nice when we have every right to not be. Like, we don't have, we like, we ain't getting no retributions. No, no, like whatever the heck they was talking about, like, oh, when are we gonna get our blah blah blah? And I'm sitting over there like, bro, we don't need them to give us anything. Stop waiting for people to give you a handout. Like, I tell them keep it. Like, you know what? Just give us our own little area we can rule and govern, and let us have our own like station, our own like something. Like, let us have our own little area where you can't copy. You understand? You don't see black people doing a lot of things that all the other people are doing, except for those who are just like angry at their own culture for good reason. Because I don't know how the hell they convince all of y'all to kill each other the way y'all do, but I gotta say y'all, because it's not we, because I'm not a part of that. Killing black people for no reason. Hey man, you in the gang? Yup, I'm in the gang. You want to go kill innocent people for no reason? Nope. That's not gang. Yes, it is. Like, gang. Like, y'all version of gang is TV. Whatever they televise on TV and movies and what they sing in rap songs. The real identity of a gang, a real gang member would understand, is loyalty. That's the only thing a gang member should have. That's the only thing a gang member would have to prove. Why do you think They do the things they do. They say if you do this, you're a gang member. So they basically want you to sell your soul. When you in a gang and you go kill somebody to be in the gang, you just sold your soul to be in the gang. Because you go and you sacrifice people to prove your loyalty. And those people who proven their loyalty still snitch. So with that being said, that's not no good way of proving your loyalty because it's just commercial. There's only one way to prove your loyalty. And that's just to simply be loyal. Nothing else. So to all you fake gang members, sucks to be you. Like it just sucks to be you. Like you can't escape that logic. Like there's too many people who've been down. People who's like, oh, that's da 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 da. That's woo woo woo. Like that's crack crack crack. That's cuz. That's bro. That's blood. That's crit. And they was out there snitching and singing like canaries. And them got the homies looking back like that's what we do. And then they follow suit. Real talk, like that's what we really doing now. Everybody like, yeah, I'm snitching. Why you snitching, bruh? I was just doing this because of the commercial. It was a commercial to you. See, if you know you really love your hood, you're not gonna put your hood in jeopardy. Why would you go do something to somebody else's hood so the other hood come right on your hood, kill people in your hood? Now it's a back and forth thing. In the war you started, just got people dying and dropping like flies. T-shirts going up and people like, and a bunch of white people like, good job. Like this is what y'all do when y'all hear rap music. Let's give him $1 million to do it. And then that's when they start saying, you know what I mean? I don't trust niggas, or shoot that nigga, or I clap that nigga, or I take that nigga bitch, and shit like that. And then, you know, the kids hear that, they start singing that, they start thinking that, and everybody trying to figure out what's wrong with society. What's wrong with society? No, what's wrong with y'all? Why are y'all so stupid? Why are y'all so stupid? Mm-mm-mm. Let me explain to you something about God, right? The white God, the Caucasian God, right quick. It's gonna piss you off. It's almost Easter. Anyway, look. Listen. All right, boom. They said God gave a child to marry through immaculate conception, right? Let me explain to you how that is a bunch of BS. First off, if angels were called sinners for mating with the humans like they say they was, then how is God not guilty of the same crime? Like what? Like if the angels couldn't do it, why God do it? And like you gotta think about it, like if you trying to say the Almighty God, my Almighty God, right? Sat down and let somebody just kill his child. Like, hey man, this is my child, not your child. Even though y'all all technically my children, because I created y'all. You know what I mean? But this one child is special above all else. Y'all probably waiting for me to pass out, right? Like y'all see all the people on TV do. Like somebody, I'm gonna just drop dead. Not gonna happen. They gonna have to come kill me, but I'm not gonna just drop dead because I know God exists. I know the real true God. Like I don't know the real true God. Like I was talking to the real true God. Like hey, what's up? You know what's going on, chill? No, none of that. No, but I know the real true God exists, and they making up all these lies to make it seem like they in cahoots with God like that when they really mad at God because they think God is unfair. God is never unfair. God is 100% fair. And that's what y'all need to start realizing and stop believing this BS.